Hello, this is Jared playing Shapez 2. Last time I've been completing a number of tasks, and it looks like we've got them all done. So I need to unlock a milestone to be able to get more tasks. It looks like we're going to unlock crystals, whatever they are. So today's episode is going to be about unlocking these guys and then figuring out how to make a crystal. All right, I'll start with clearing the map and we'll get started. So here is my platform I'm using for painting. I've got the inputs on the left for shapes and then inputs on the right for liquid. Got to get a train here, the right color. I will do that with a liquid train unload. So we'll send this up there. This is going to be, I guess, giving us 2, even though we only need 1. That's fine, so we'll connect that. And then I guess it's the blue train. That being the case, I will take this out. And then get this connected into this guy. And then I will have some blue squares coming out of this. I can then collect these. And then I'm going to have to make this new platform that I don't have yet. That's going to create this. Actually, hold on. Don't I have maybe some of the older designs? Diagonal. Wait a minute. What does that do? Maybe I already have this. Better check that before we go too far. We'll let this run. And see what comes out of that. What's that guy doing? It might be what we're looking for. We'll see. Squares are all lined up. Just need to wait for that blue train. Yeah, this train is going nowhere. This would have been a terribly slow way of getting some liquid over here. Fortunately, can just undo this and then put a real track. Let's try this again. Actual rail, which goes much faster. Going up. And then send that into there. Okay. We'll see how that turns out. I'm sure it's going to be much better. There we are. Blue train actually on the way. See that half of it. Uh-oh. Why do these trains not seem to have the full output? Okay, I'll watch what's going on. I'm not sure why. Let's just cut this right there and let that train go so we get this train going back and forth. But I don't have anything loaded here. I'm pretty sure these were copied from these guys. But something odd is happening. Okay, it's fine here. It might be the trains that are going in on this blue line. So this isn't the problem. I think the problem's downstream. If I trace that through, let's reconnect that guy. This is the one with the problem. I'll go through and figure out what's happening. All right, found out what's happening. I have essentially deleted this little section when I was doing my mess. Delete the beginning of this. That's supposed to be connected to there. And this is going to load the opposite halves. Okay. We'll let that get caught up and hopefully be able to see this get populated. If that's the case, we'll have a full output of blue. What I should do, just to get things rolling, just merge these two for the meantime. But, okay. I literally already have what I need. That is awesome. Let's find some propellers and I'll make them yellow and we'll do a similar thing. Found some propellers here and I realized I'm doing the design a little bit differently than I had last time. So let's try to normalize how I envision doing this. Basically, I want to bring all the shapes and all the colors to the area and then do stuff with it over here. So that's bringing the shapes. We're going to need yellow in this case. So let's prepare by getting that to cross over like this. Get this guy to get into this area, and then we'll have our shape train on the left, and then our color train on the right. We've got to start unloading. Let's see, we'll do some shapes, maybe like this. And we want to liquid train unload. Put that guy right there. And if I connect our liquid train and our shape train, we should get all the right stuff. And then try out this platform. No, we got to paint first. New form of painting. Maybe we'll try putting doubling this up such that I can put that in there. Maybe I should have. That's fine. I can cross. Not going to be a big issue. And then this is going to give us two things like that. And then we want to have a platform for diagonal. Maybe two. Realizing that should have actually been put right off of this. Giving us 4 and then 4. And because we're close to the vortex, is kind of the idea here is I'd be able to do this type of thing. But I would want to connect each of these, if I can, up to 4. Because every big belt can connect to 4 inputs, 4 outputs. We want to fully utilize everything. Not quite there. Oh, that's weird looking. No, I want you to go into that, not out of that. There we go. That looks better. I think that's going to deliver what we want there. I'm not even using this. I think we're making too much of one thing. I think this is where I need to go back and redo this little section. How about we just completely change that out? I'll put a train shape in mind that can fit. Oh. Okay, awesome. Let's do a similar thing. In fact, since it's the same thing, we can copy paste what we had before. Let's just get everything in the area. So that's our shapes. This is our color. Blue, in this case. It's going up there. So this time our paint is on the left. Let's just take this. Do that type of thing. Oh, and those are... I got that reverse, don't I? Okay, so let's just take this guy over there. Take this guy over there. That's the wrong train that's going. Let that run for a bit and see what we get. Here is our yellow propellers. We better do the connection between these guys. 2, 3. I think that's the most that we can provide at any one time. Did I completely mix those colors this whole time? Yellow is supposed to be on the squares. Okay, you know what? Nice thing is, the way that I've done this is I can just change the trains at the beginning. Like this. Such that this guy goes there. This guy goes there. The only thing is we may have some of the wrong trains, so I'm going to go click on respawn each of these. We still are not getting any blue, and found out what is going on. Not only did I delete part of the blue train down between here, but there used to be this little section. I've rebuilt a little bit of it now. We got to get that reconnected so that it actually does something. So let's bring all this in, double check that a few of these didn't get missed. That looks good. And we'll put in this little loading section right along this way. I think it's just easier to recreate the whole train section. So this is essentially going to be loading in the first half. Then I would want the second half of these 2 over here. Put that in. So that's going to go like so. And we'll get their train connected. Only thing we're missing with this is the train itself is not blue, but we can easily switch that over. Take this guy, get that to go into here. And let me just change these out for some blue trains, which is down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with, oh, no, not wagons. We want fluid locomotive wagon of type liquid. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll see if that fixes it. First train is picking up the first half of the blue. Should be stopping over here. Oh, no, that's... Nope. No, nope. Not quite. That was for a different design I can now see. But what I want to see is this stop at the front of the train. So put a stop right there. Send that down like that. I believe this is what we want here. So let's check this out. Train going in with half of the blue. And the other half being loaded here. Okay. Then we have a full train of blue being able to deliver it here and then out to our system. That would explain why blue is having an issue. What is with our yellow? I see yellow going in here. But our what's going on? Okay, this did not get created right at all, did I? Don't know what happened there, but let's retry. So we want you to go down and up and then in. You to go down and then up. Okay, squares going through here and then squares going under. Okay. Try to avoid shapes going under like this if I can. So obviously some confusing things can happen. And the first actual blue being dropped off. This yellow side is... Oh, it's a little confusing. Yeah, I guess this is actually going in there and this is not being consumed. That's why that shows is yellow. It's actually yellow that's just kind of sitting there. But this is the real stuff on the way in. Now that I've allowed some squares to go through. Ah, there we are. Getting our first yellow diagonals in there. See if we've anything coming out yet for here. Not quite. We've got this almost on the belt. First one's making its way towards the vortex. First blue on the way. We can have a look at what we need to do after this. In fact, we'll be very shortly finishing yellow anyways. So we gotta get... Okay, pins. Yep. Okay, so we'll need the other half of the diagonals. This time not painted. Okay, I guess we only want to paint half. And then stack those with, or do pins and then stacking. Let's work on that. So we also got the propellers done. Actually, the next one is just to change the colors over. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's just take away part of this setup. So we'll take some of these squares, send that into there and into there. Hold on, I think... Yeah, this is technically needed to get there. So even though I don't need this, I still want this piece. I want to get rid of that. What we want to have is a full set. Okay, we've got our square. I think with the same set of squares, I'll be able to take this, do the changes, which is basically Are both of them? Okay, yeah. We got pins on both sides. So we'll start with that. Platform for pinning. Don't forget our pins. Push pins somewheres. Put in 4 of these so we can multitask. Take 4 off the belt and 4 back onto the belt. This time it'll be pins. Then we'll want to do some stacking. Let's remind myself, do we have any new stacking? Or is that just the standard platforms? There's this little stack. Oh, I have to find out my platform for stacking. Just a sec. Okay, yeah, I see that under my new category here, I've got the new type of stacking. On the right is what's going to be on top, which actually is perfect. No, we have not yet. We need to make these diagonals, which means that's this guy here. No, that's not that guy. Where am I? That's that guy there. Okay, so we'll want 4 of these. Technically, we only need, we'll only be able to benefit from 1 of them, so that's why we can do this. And then get 4 of those aligned. Okay, and then go back to our stacking times 4. So the left side's going to be what's on the bottom, and the right side's what's going to be on top. We'll get 4 of these. We can collect these and start pushing them in. Okay, so I think if that all goes well, will give us what we want. This side just needs to have its color changed, so that should be very easy. Let's just take that out there and connect that in with our purple. I think it is literally not quite. Where's the undo? I'm not building with the rails. Right, and I don't know if it matters, but I think some of these blue trains, I'll recall them so they're not on that track. The first of these, I don't even know what I want to call them, shapes on the way. When they're towards the bottom. Funny how they just start sporadically and then show up in larger numbers. Oh, I should be able to check though. I don't see a check mark. But I don't also see an error on over here. It looks like my colors are just arriving. We can see switching from blue to purple. So right now we still have some blue. We've got, in fact, if I consume this, let's try this again. Select this and hit clear contents. Can get rid of that. There, that switched over. So that's on the way, but no, I'm going to say we've done... Oh, I see what we've done wrong. We need a rotation. I just put the gray squares on top. They need to be moved over by 1. So we've got... that's a turn. We'll do a clockwise straight going up 4 times. Push that all in there like this. And let's just clear that out so we can kind of watch this go through. There we go. I think this will work on that end. Right. Wasn't anything... No, I was going to say, was there some pins or something I had forgotten about? No, we are looking good there. We'll wait to see if... well, actually, curious if we get any green check marks this time through. Not so far. So looks like it is just you, strange shape. Watching this new section go. Okay, it's still the wrong one. But I'm hoping that this guy here is the right one. Oh, and we've delivered 1 so far. Just 1. But there will be more on the way. Eventually it will look like this. But in our shapes we actually expect. So we'll let that run for a bit. And actually, you know what? I can just look ahead and start making this, which is the same shape, but I need to throw white propellers on top. And I don't know if I can stack I think I can just throw that on top of what's already there. I'll try that first and then see how that goes. We're in this next section with the white liquid making its way through there. We'll start putting some of this stuff. Okay, it looks like all the other stuff is in the trash. I would like, though, just to clear this out. We can get rid of that yellow. And then we'll have some shapes, which... Okay, what's going on? Okay, I'm not handling going up and down very well. Let's have this go through like that. So now it is just this shape that we need to make. That's going to be our white propeller, I believe. At this point, I could, theory, just switch that over. But you know what? From here, I should be getting white propellers. And we want to stack that on top. So no longer destroy them. Okay, up a floor. Take these guys over here. In fact, why not just do that type of thing? Because can't connect them that well. No, that actually is the thing, but okay. So that is white propeller. Oh, but we need to make them diagonal first. Forgot. Hold on. Okay, scrap that. Let's take this guy. In which case, only need to make half of those. I don't think I need to worry about trash there, but I'll do that anyways, just to be safe. And this is the guy that we want to put on top. So, new, stacking. So what's on the right goes on top. So if I switch this over, and then I switch, or push that into there, push that into there, connect these four, I think we have what we're looking for. We'll let that run and see. The only thing is, do I need to rotate that? That might be the only thing that maybe I haven't gotten with this. In fact, if I look at this, I look at the gray, and I look at white, they're on opposite sides. So I think this is all going to work out. It's waiting for some of these white propellers make their way down the track. They're on top, which is a good sign. That's where they're supposed to be. But is this going to work? We'll see that arrive in one of these first ones. Get something out of that. The white is on the yellow. That looks right. But is the white the same level as the gray? I would say they are, which means that's the correct shape. Game's not telling me whether I'm right or wrong at this point, so we'll let that run towards the vortex and see if we can... Oh, we've got our first point, so yes, we have delivered the right thing. We see we need 60,000 of these, which makes me wonder if we should double up our production. What I might do is take that to a copy and throw that a little further over like this. Take this guy out. Double this up. And just provide squares in yellow in here. So we should get 2 outputs of this. And then this will be designed for, I should have other squares that I'm not even consuming. So over here, put that guy in like that. We'll have 2 outputs like that. One of them could be brought in there. So that will reestablish the flow that we had. But if I take this and I double this up, send this guy over like this. Hopefully that is actually connected correctly. Put this into there. Put these 4 over. And I'll just replace... Oh, right. We also need to double this up. So this guy would go into there. We need to bring a second line of propellers through. I've already converted that, so I can see this is the right items. We just don't want them to go towards the vortex. So this is meant to be brought in here. And then from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this should double up our production. So with 26,000 of 60,000, we'll see if that will double up our points. So we're at 42,000, and some of the first shapes have only just started arriving. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe this was not much point to this, but curious if it's going to work anyways. So that's that shape. We should see some white propellers, a few purple in the front, but everything else looking white. We are only needing about 11,000 or so left, and we're only just starting to deliver some of this new line. So 60,000 kind of seemed a little bit intimidating to me at first, but I guess on second thought, not so bad. But we're delivering, well, not even delivering near double at this point, but it's helping a bit to this last little section of shapes going in. Just watching all these shapes going down the vortex until we get our milestone. Okay, milestone 9, milestone completed. Unlock your reward in the milestone interface. So there is this thing called crystals. All right, let's spice things up with crystals. Fill fluid into empty gaps or pins of a shape and harden it with a crystal generator. We tried our best, but they seem to be a little fragile, so you better not cut through or stack them. Oh, okay. Better not stack them. That sounds good to me in the sense that it's less complicated, maybe. What's going on? I've got a few new tasks. We'll look at those later. It raises them, and so liquid is going in? Fill empty, okay, the empty gap. So basically you take a shape, whatever's missing gets crystals out of liquid. Okay, I think that's it. Let's give this a try. Let's go back to some basics then. Let's take this little section where we've got some shapes and liquid. Let's see, go down there, take that out just to be. And let's make a platform. That's right, we're talking with the platform level. I don't know if that can fit in like a really small thing, but I'll go with that. And then if not, we'll slowly make it bigger. Let's take some rail. Send that. No, wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? Take some liquid, put that in there. Okay, so we'll get some liquid on one side, some shape on the other. And we'll have a new thing, which stacker, extractor, pin pusher. Is it a type of pin pusher? Extractor? No, that's for getting stuff. Stacking. Overflow. Maybe under fluid. Ah, okay, yeah, it's under fluids. Crystal generator. Okay, so does this take up room on the top floor? I think maybe it will fit. I think the general rule is don't split up liquids. Make them jump, that is. So if we did this, that would be providing all the liquids. Now this shape's not going to work. I'm just realizing now because there's no gaps. Actually, if you put this through something that doesn't have gaps, would it complain? Like, what would happen? Let's just learn something. I think I pinned myself out in such a way that I can't get all the stuff through. So let's just take that, cut it, move it back a bit. Get this guy to go into there. That way I can input or accept all of these. Get that guy to jump. Oh, okay. Forget already. There we go. Do that. 2, 3. Send this into there. Send this into there. Now this is, I'm assuming either this is just going to give me my regular shapes or it just won't work. It'll just sit and be like, nah, not doing anything. And I think it's that nah, not doing anything, which is kind of annoying because if you change the input to something that's good, oh wait, yellow's, never mind. That might not be true. I'm hoping it goes through, even if it's, okay, good, because you don't want it to get stuck, because then you were forced to have to go clean things up, which would be really annoying. So then, that being the case, let's do a diagonal, since we've been working with those. 2 of those. Annoyingly, might need more space. Let's push that back, try that again. Diagonal. Divide that into there. That there. I guess didn't need to have 2 separate, but that's fine. Join all that together. Join that together. And this is only 1. I guess I would want to have 4, but you know what? We'll do the multiplier and all that thing later. Just want to see what we get. So now we have some diagonal shapes. They're hitting the track, and I'm assuming this is just going to work, and some odd shapes coming up. Yep, but I would say we've got our little crystals. Oddly, the milestone doesn't require... Oh, I bet this is the milestone before you put things on. If we click on here, I guess I technically can claim a few things because we're technically collecting stuff as we sit here on that. What? Oh, train delivery. Oh, I want that. Okay, yeah. So this is where I eventually read, and then you've got, oh, I see how this all gets put together. But there's also tasks. Not a lot of tasks. So maybe I'll just get the tasks done. That will probably won't be today. Yeah. I'm going to end with making the platform. Before I leave today, let's make a platform that'll be ready with a multiplier in that, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so after doing some brief experimenting, I want to design a platform that's probably going to be very similar to painting, to the new form of painting. Essentially, I want to have on one side a place to put in my liquids that is split by 4. And then a similar thing with this. So I could create, my first thought is I'll make this the same. And I'll put in platforms like this. And I'll have the output along that way. I'll think about that for a moment and I'll see if I want to proceed in this direction. So after thinking about it briefly, I'm happy with this plan. I'm just trying to decide whether the fact that I could make the platforms size 1 and 1, whereas this maybe needed 2, that this would be wasteful, but we've got to crisscross and have 2 inputs, so I think this makes sense. Let's have the, you know what, maybe I should have just taken this section, copy just this, we'll flip it over even, since we've got the liquids over on this side. Shapes over on that side. And then we've got essentially shape, liquid, shape, liquid, shape, liquid, excuse me. So if I have one platform, and then I can copy them later, designed for crystals, we've got a system here that's going to work quite nicely. So I'll figure out how I want this to go. But yeah, does that affect? Oh, it does. So I want to have 3 levels, and the fact that that touches the top might be, well, just interesting, I guess. My first thought is let's push this up as close as we can like this. So maybe having the extra width, what is going to be necessary. Do that. Make sure I get enough room. So we'll design this at the end. So this is going to be the output. So we'll want to have 4 of these being able to touch. And it looks like I keep connecting to the wrong place, but I've left enough room. So this could be the first input. The left side is the shape. So I could do this. I think we're going to have lots of room. I don't anticipate that this is going to be really complex, but we'll see. So that's my shapes. Realizing that I have a rule where we don't want our liquid to have to go in the sky. It's okay to do shapes in the sky, but not liquid. This can just do a jump, jump, and a jump. And if we take these, lots of room available to us. There we are. We'll have some crystals going out over here. I suspect I won't be able to copy this whole floor because if I go up a floor, I can see I've got something there, but I think okay. I won't be able to build these on the very top floor, will I? Okay, so this floor is fine and simple, but let's go up a floor. Oh yeah, I can't go. Okay, so let's put one copy there, one copy here. I'm not certain about this, to be honest, but let's see. Let's think about this. I'm gonna have stuff on the very top. Oh yeah, I think this. Okay, so from the very top floor, I can go in here and then drop. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these shapes going in and drop. So let's go take that and go. Oh, right. That's more like this, isn't it? That's fine. So go up. And then let's have this such that maybe it just drops like right in front of it. That way we don't even have to worry about hopping over. And drop. Go over and then drop. Over and then drop. And finally this guy. Go to the top, drop down. And then when they come out, we'll do the reverse, have them go up right away. It didn't quite work, did it? Okay, there we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, but that's fine. I can just do this and then go up. Feed into that. Okay, we're good. We're good. So this would allow me to have 3 floors processing stuff at a time. And the liquid, that should be the easy part, actually. Because we're not hopping over. We'll get... In fact, I think I can actually make 1 pipe for the whole thing. But I'm going to try to keep it separate just because. So this would need to feed one of these guys. And then we've got the liquid. I guess technically that's in the way, but we can do something about that. Get these all in. And let's get that to go down. Okay, and let's just see if it all runs. Maybe we've got it. Platform, trash. Put a trash right there. Let's just put a shape right there so we can watch. Let's see if we've got 3 different floors. I just see 1 floor. Some of the top floor. Nothing in the middle. We have a problem in the middle. Yeah, we do have a problem in the middle. I decided to connect the top stuff first, which visually is a slight challenge. I don't think it'll be too bad. This is our second floor. And that is our second floor there. I don't see a constant Oh. Oh, we need 6 of these. Not 4 to get. Okay. All right. With that knowledge, I need to take a short break, and I'll be back at designing these such that we've got not a slower output like we have now. I'm curious, is there any upgrades? Because maybe that appeared in milestones, task, upgrades. No, there is no upgrades dedicated for that, or I already have them. Okay, break time, and I'll be back to sort this out. Just looking at this again, I'm wondering if it's far more complicated than I had thought. Do I need 6 of these per belt? Meaning I would need 4 of these per floor. This being just 1. There's a chance I might need a larger platform. See if I can rearrange things in this size, but I'm thinking not. So we've got a full output. Here we're happy. Now, what if I were to say, I'm not giving you 6, I'm giving you 5. Will that start to slow down? I'll let that run for a bit and see if that's, yeah, I can see it. Just briefly. So in order to get a full output, we need these not 4 per floor, but per line, and we have 4 lines per floor. All right, I think this won't be too bad if I make a bigger platform, but I'll spend a little bit of time seeing if I can figure this out on a 1x2. So I can already see if I were to put this here or anywhere around there, I would not be giving myself enough time to get all of these guys through. So yeah, not liking this. What if I put these guys this way? I don't think that's going to work, but I'll give it a quick try. Just quickly looking at this, I've got half of the bottom floor giving 100% output in this particular design. Let's copy this. I'm not very confident I'll be able to extend this, but if I put this, yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit 2 into there. Hold on. What if I go back to what I originally had? Which I think was more or less this, except for the fact that this belt was delivering this direction. I would have to twist the liquid. We want liquid to not have to be in the air. So we could connect that like that. I think this would give us 3, but then we've got the other floors and the fact that, yeah, so still not loving this, but let's see if I can at least make a single floor work just as a random exercise. I think this will happen. So we want to go into there. We could push shapes up like this. Push this in there, and that could jump over there. And I think this would give us, oh, I don't know, curious. Maybe I had cut something and just rebuilt it. So yeah, this will give us, I believe, oh no, we need a couple things. First of all, liquid needs to go in. And second of all, shapes are not actually fully connected. There we go. I think they're good now. So yeah, this would give us our bottom floor, but I have to repeat this on this floor. But now I've got all these things that are in the way, and I can't build on the top floor. So I'm thinking, no go. It's interesting to be able to do this. What I could do, and I'm not going to, I could take this and I could multiply that by 3. I've done that type of design, but I think it'd be much more elegant if I made a 2x2 and see if I can get it all to fit in there. So a quick break, and we'll be back to start that. Okay, let's see if we can hammer this out on 2x2. Let's say that this design is good. I can see that it is giving us 100% output. I'd like to see that. We will see if we can make a section that's going to process 4. And if I can do that, and I multiply that by 3, we'll have what we want. As long as we can do all the wiring after, we'll be golden. So let's see. Let's give ourselves as much room as possible. 1, 2. Only thing is liquid. Liquid is fine because theory I could just... Oh, can I output and then jump? Maybe not. Oh, well, I can't go through that anyway, so you know what? It's going to work out because I'll have that like that. The only thing is I'm realizing is I'm not, oh wait, that's our second output line. This is our first. So actually, I could bring everything in. I would need to save a little bit of room for one to go like this, one to sneak in through that. So I've got ability to push everything over by 1. So why not? Just in case we need it. We may not, but start tucking it in from this side. So this gives us half of what we're looking for of one of the 3. Okay, so copy that to that again. So that is liquid being able to get through. And 3 the shapes. And we'll see if we can just repeat it one final time. Not sure how this is going to fit in overall. Don't know why I do that. Just curious if I can pull that up any further. I think I can. So let's do that then. Take that whole thing, cut. So I can paste that like, oh, this is the problem here. So I need to be like, okay, I see. I need to have enough room to make that bend and then get that in. This liquid can get through. Liquid's going to be the easy part of thinking. Connect all these together. All right, and that is half of the puzzle. If I were to wrap these guys closely through like this, don't want a connection there. Yeah, I'll connect that and we'll come back. Just connecting the last few over here. I do a split right from this point. So we can go into that direction, rehatch that up, patch this back up. All right, I'm gonna let that run for a bit. I guess technically, if we want to properly test, let that run. Make sure it's at 100% before I do any copy and pasting, because I don't want to have the same error copied as we go. So it looks like we have 100% output over here, so no issues that way. If I were to look, and I don't know, but this looks awful big. If I were to take this and try to get in, I mean, I'm going to leave room for those tracks to be able to get through, and I can't quite squeeze in there. Nice thing is, I'm going to be dropping stuff off from the second floor, but I just don't know that there's any space. I can bring these up, and if I could put that, and even if I did, okay, I guess I would need to have that move. Go back here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing, but we'll see. We'll see. Copy that. And we'll have the inputs at the bottom, which I think would be fine like this, because from here I can just simply say I'm going to drop that off at the last minute. That's easy. I can't cross the liquids, though. In this case, I might actually say, you know what, let's just keep the liquids simple. Have them just converge. So, oh, Belt thought it was gonna get on the that line there. So I would want to take the shape, have that go down. That's not getting in this direction though, but that could be fixed. Try this a different way. What if we did? Had to go down there and into here, and then split that direction, that direction. Come on now. Why won't you connect? What? Okay, there we are. That is one of them. I would need to do the same thing here with even less room. But I think we could get it in here. So I'll connect some of those other ones and we'll see where this leaves us. Yeah, we'll see. So I'm designing this. I'm realizing one option I have. I don't know that it's going to be useful, but you can hop over these things. It did last time. Hold on, undo that. I think I'm just on the wrong floor. Come back here. Oh yeah, I can hop over the tops of these. Don't know if that'll help me in any ways, but at least I know that bit of knowledge. Okay, so back to this. What I'd like to do is, well, maybe I will hop over. And I think my plan was to go down and then we'll just reverse that track. And we've got another one of these providing stuff. Very awkward, but I think workable way. Let's see what we have right there. It's not actually meant to be there. Okay. I think I've got this third one plugged in. Second one. No, we're not on the third one. I wish we were. This is only 2/3 of the way. But I think the idea is I would want to go up with these guys. And then I'd be able to bring those over. I just don't know whether this, we'll see here in a second. Oh, that's the input, not the output. This is the output. So I should have 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I could feed those into here. I'll do that now. It won't be hard. This guy over here, bring that to there, and then to there. So let that run for a bit, see if it's actually running. But the other thing is, oh, I killed this pipe, didn't I? I think we can just do that. We'll see if I can split that up that way. But is there enough room? That's a big question. There's a little bit of room over here. I could split this up such that the top floor is not processing all their stuff together. Maybe, just maybe, I could squeeze 1, maybe 2, I don't know, but definitely 1 in there. But I've got the top floor. I could definitely have a second one put in here, but I've got to remember, if I build more in here, I'm going to take up space for me to be able to eventually work in here. I don't know. Okay, I'll do some thinking. Trying to brainstorm if I could actually change this such that it's a little bit more compressed. Maybe that would open up a possibility. I think I can by having all the actually, or maybe I should do this in reverse. This is the little design I have with the conveyor belts dropping in. But what if I actually, now that I think about it, just have the roads conveyors going like, oh no, they'll have to be one back, going in like that, and we'll drop the pipes in. Maybe that would be the winning design. Can we do that though? Can I go down? Oh yeah, that should work. In fact, could just go on top of the, so go this guy. Oh, actually, you know what? Copy, 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 copy. And then in theory, connect these guys together. Don't need multiple outputs. And if I did this and this works, I would still need this guy connecting, but that would allow me to compress these a little bit more. Maybe that'll make the difference. Okay, so let's bring these in. Cut that. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to put that over there if I need to make a copy of it. Let's cut this such that that sits right there, and that's going to allow me to easily connect the first output, the bottom floor output, into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let me just run these through quickly. Remembering that there's this thing called an anchor that makes things much easier to work with. So, oh, not quite. All right, so I think that's the shapes. We can do the liquid later. Thinking is, I could take this, and then I could get another. We need to pull this one back, wouldn't I? Just to make sure that when these go up, that there's going to be room for them to get over. Let's just make sure that that's going to be the case. In fact, give ourselves a little bit more room. I'd like to take this and copy. Hold on, that's not quite right. That there, and there. And I'll see if it's going to work. Whoops. I don't know. I mean, could just push it back, I suppose. All right. It's looking to me. Wait. Before I just assume not, because I know I can jump over those things. So maybe, is there a way to get up? I don't think I can. I don't think there's any way to get up right here. That's probably asking too much. Yeah, because then that's not connecting that. May just have to push in. Okay, it's too bad, but maybe we don't need that extra space. Okay, that being the case, select this whole thing. And we'll just push it back by 1. Come back up here. Add the extra space for that. And this guy can jump over those. Now that I know about that, that's cool. So that is 2. I'd be able to take these guys and then drop these guys in there. Okay, I'll do that now. And I think I should go down on the bottom floor as soon as possible. So let me just do 1 and then I'll do the rest after. Actually, just to get the copy. If I copy that, will it actually have the drop off? Nice. Not exactly. Okay, try this again. Yeah. And then I'll go over. Maybe there's no point in tucking. If I need that space down here, I'll redo this, but maybe I don't. So this is our second floor. I feel like I probably should have, because the third floor I was thinking of putting in here. Yeah, let me just rework this. So I've delivered all the ones from the second floor. So it is now just the third floor that we want. I'll just do this just to kind of denote it. But all right, the question is, where do I do this? Let's go back to this. Take that. do a copy. Almost works this way. I could get that other one up and out of the way around. And this could be one way of approaching this. We need two of those conveyor belts moved over. I'm just wondering if, or I could push back. The other option is, does it fit in here? The only thing is I don't think I need to come up a good distance, at least 4, in order to fit everything. And that's not looking great. No, wait. But the ones from the 3rd floor could be dropped in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they could be dropped or raised. Okay. So I don't know where we should. Okay, we'll try there. So I think the pattern would be this would need to come up. Oh, I don't know if that's going to play nice. Let's have a look. If I'm on the top floor, going like this, can I go down? If I do a bunch of these on each side. Oh, but wait. We can't get in the way of the liquid here, fluid coming in. But fluid doesn't need a lot of room. This is, it needs at least 1 tile. And we could just immediately raise, possibly right up to the 3rd floor. Okay, let's go to the 3rd floor. So we could kind of do this type of thing. We may have it. We may have something. All right. So that is that. And let's get the outputs in. That there. And this part should be simple. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now it's just a matter of the liquid. Did I actually leave myself enough room? Do I connect the whole liquid into one and then go on the 2nd floor, or do these need to be separate? Let's just keep it. Let's assume that I can do that because it'll be easier, and then I'll do more complicated stuff if need be. So we've got that. Let's go up floor and have these guys go in like that. There's a way to take this, yeah, like that. And then we'll take this guy. It's maybe easier to go to the top floor. Dump liquid in. So these are all not quite connected. I think we just have a piece that's thinks it's connecting somewhere, so it's not. Okay, so I think we have all inputs of yellow in this case going in. And I think it should be a pretty simple job of connecting to these 3 things. Probably going on the 2nd floor is ideal. So let's take this guy here. 2nd floor, because that's where all the liquids actually are. That would be 1. And if these whole things can be shared, oh, each one would need to be connected separately. Okay, that's fine. I don't want any jumps. And I think the best thing to do is just to kind of come around safely. Like that. And that. Then we'll go into this guy. One further back. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you're on the second floor. Okay. I mean, I could just take the liquid up. And then drop it in. Okay, so that is 2 of the 3. Looks like a little bit messier in here. Uh-oh. That's being dropped in. Though there's a way to get around. Could have also just gone through that, but that's okay. All right. Oh, yeah. This won't be too bad. All right, and then the only question is, do I have a full 100% output? But I think we have. This might just be it. This might be my design for crystals. If that's the case, I will copy this guy here with a 4, so that I can get a full belt of liquid and shapes going in. But we'll let that run for a bit. It's looking good. Of course, I'm actually testing with squares. That it may be the case, maybe, that it actually doesn't slow down. It looks like it does slow down even if there isn't something missing. I really should have done that. I'll do that quickly. We just connected up some diagonal processing here. And you know what? Let's just assume that everything's going to be good. And multiply this. If that's the case, this is our design. One thing is, if I'm going to create a little blueprint, I'd like to have the inputs at the bottom going as square up. Kind of like this. We still have to do some testing, but let me put this in the new section called crystal. All that crystals. Okay, like that. Just need to confirm. Oh, does not look like we have a full output, but that may have just been an interrupt. That was probably just an interruption. Oh yeah. Okay. Need to let that run for a bit, and we'll see. Oh, whoa. Don't want to walk away just yet. All right, we'll see what we get after 5 or 10. Wow, just 5 minutes or maybe. Things are not looking good. We do not have 100%. We're down. It looks like, quite low numbers. I'm wondering if I'm just sharing the liquid in too many places. What if I cut this and only feed 1? Do I have a single input, single line? Can that feed a 4? I'm pretty sure I already have done this. So we'll see if that goes quickly to 100%. Oh, no, wait a minute. Oh, no. We're, okay, I did not notice. Oh, was that? Do I not have the original that I had copied from? Maybe not. Okay, only one of these 4 needs to be fixed, so let's concentrate. I'll do this since there's a flaw with those. Let's get rid of those so I copy the right one. And I'm going to have to patch this up such that this actually goes here up. And then we'll have that go around wherever it needs to, like so. Okay, that does not know what it wants to do. Well, that's on the floor above, I see. Okay, I'll go repeat that fix every single one of these. When you copy and paste the same mistake, it can be quite frustrating. Anyways, we're getting there. This one's going to be particularly awkward, but make its way around somehow. Let's think about this. I need you to go We can go up. Then I can't interfere with you. There, that should work. Let's see that we've got yellow into that guy. And then the next one. Okay, this one's brutal. I don't think it's impossible, but it's going to be brutal. Actually, maybe not that bad. Oh. Maybe it will. Whatever way I come out, I need to jump, but you can't jump over something unless you have a space to land and then go straight. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I don't know. Oh. All right. I have to stare at this a little bit longer, see if there's something I can do. I think I found the way. Not that. Let's get down here. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. How about we take this liquid and then tie into that? That gives us our connection. Oh no. Never mind. I thought I was going to be able to get down this way, but we just run into the same problem where I can't land and go straight. Great. This is frustrating me so much. I'm going back to my original thought of putting the pipes in like this with the conveyors going up like this. Let's copy this, make sure we have the liquid going in that last one. Oh wait, we need to have room for the output. Let me just push that through. And then take that in. Take one of these, just copy that off in case I need it. And I'm going to investigate connecting things up with this, which would involve a similar thing. Actually, no, let's not copy that. That shouldn't be too bad. And I will do the conveyor belts up to this point. What I've got so far, I've multiplied this, and I do have the pipes connecting each one of these. So I already have this set up for the bottom floor. We'll put in the piping later. We'll do the middle floor and then the top floor over here. So we'll get this connected, going up and starting to haul these over. Not take long to realize I did not give myself enough room over here. But pushing these back won't be too hard. Got everything moved back. Make sure we reconnect the bottom floor. Go back up to the mid floor. So now we can sneak this guy into there. Got this guy available. Now to go over in there. We'll be able to get in, let's say, you get, oh, I see. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have to find a way. It won't be too hard. Get this guy to go up like that. So that is the second floor, except for, oh yeah, the inputs. Oh. Okay, let's approach. Okay, let's connect the bottom floor again, and we'll figure out this mess. Getting the bottom floors to be connected by coming up early. I don't know if that's going to help. This is... I could give myself a little bit more room here by going like this. I don't know if that's going to make the difference. That would have to go around. Okay, there we go. Has that given me the option of getting 4? I could do another kind of awkward distribution like that. I don't know why that can't be connected the first time through, but there we go. This would allow me to put in first one like that. Oh boy. On the top floor, these guys here are meant for the third floor, so they can just stay on the third floor. So that's not going to be a problem. We'll be able to easily connect that. If I can connect this, I would say this is looking good. Otherwise, Come on. What do we got? We've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay, we're good. We're good. In fact, I think we can just now at this point connect you. Connect you to there. Okay, so that is our second floor. Let's just put this over here such that we can actually see stuff starting to go through. Can we get the third floor connected? I don't think this will be too bad. I may have to do a few of those awkward tricks, but it should work because that would be 1. That one was easy. This is 2. It's going to be 3. Don't connect that, and we'll just kind of go around this guy, distribute. Okay. So that's our third floor. And then they're coming back up. Wait, there we go. And finally this. And then it's just a matter of our piping. Oh, okay, I didn't give myself room. No. Yep. That's going to be a problem on the top floor. Maybe we'll do something about that, but let's see. I could push this back. This could have been brought in from here. That way, and then I could do this. Keep kind of, oh. Yeah. That works. That gives me enough room. That just gives me the ability to get through like that. Let's connect. Ugh. Okay, that's all connected. Good. I think we've got it. Let's go then. Make sure we've got the full amount of liquid that we can. The ultimate goal is to get liquid on the bottom floor so we can feed it into each of these guys. And I think they can all be shared. So let's design this such that that goes that way. So then we can go up here and up. Oh, that's nice. That can be done as one shot. So that connects all the liquid together. And we will, some point here, and didn't. Okay, that's getting tough to see. Oh, that one was on the second floor. Oh, okay, that's right. Whoops, shoot. Everything else, that one's on the second floor. The other two are there, but that's easy. That's not a big deal. Let's just get this to go up. And then you can feed that, feed that, feed that. Let's just get rid of this thing that's actually not needed. Do a connection between there and there. Okay, so that is our top floor. And then the rest, I think, is going to be easy just because we're all on the bottom floor. And I've gone up with my shapes. There's our liquid for that. And then I can connect all of that together. Okay. And just 1, 2, 3. Maybe we've got it. Okay, maybe. I'm hoping this is it. The only thing I could think is maybe I need to split this instead of having it shared. But you know what? Let's just assume it's going to be good. Yeah, we'll let that run for a bit and see what it thinks of it. Not looking great. We'll see. Well, I thought that was going to work, but no, not by a long shot, it appears. We've got a full input. The shapes, I think this is an issue with the fact that I can't actually have this shared. I don't think that's going to actually be a difficult problem to solve. Let's see. Let's take the top 4 and then get them this side. We get them to go down. That could feed. these guys. Disconnect that. So these top 4 are just feeding 1/3 of the system. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Were they? Okay. I didn't realize those. Let's just undo. Undo. Big undo. Big undo. Go back. Go back. Oh, wait. I don't want to undo any of the things that I had to. But yeah. Second floor was not dropping off their liquid because I forgot to put that in, that in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now we actually have all 12 of these feeding in. Let's let that run for a bit. I'll see if that fixes it. If not, I'll try what I was trying there. That has improved things, but not given us 100%. So I am going to go separate this. Let's see, just cut these. So essentially we're going to make 4 of them. This middle floor here. Actually, you know what? No, we'll do the top floor. That can come down and feed the one that's right in front of it. So go down a floor and then into... what? Yeah, it's confusing. We need to back up a bit. We want to go on the top floor, and we want to go down. Oh my goodness, this is okay. There we go. I think those are just some warning messages about things that don't actually, it does not connect pipes very well in this game. Yeah, let's repatch that. Another warning message for a pipe that I think does nothing. Okay, so we've taken that out. That's a pipe that I think we've got to get connected because that connects the other section there. What floor are we on? Okay, so that is all that just to get the top floor connecting that. All right, with that, let's get the bottom floor. Take this out. Bottom floor can connect one of these guys. I said one, so disconnect that there. Pull that pipe back. And then we're not using the middle one yet. So we'll go up there and then go down, twist this over here and into there. And that is that one set. Let's just clear that out. Okay, maybe that's finalized it. We'll see. See a problem over here. Thought I had connected that, but maybe I didn't. I want to connect all those together. So that would allow these guys to improve their output, which right now is, yeah, okay. But the other ones, that did not do anything. I'm kind of out of ideas. It says 6. And I've got 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 per belt. And I've divided this up such that I'm not feeding everything into one. That may be it for today then. We've got crystals. Maybe at some point I'll come back to if someone knows. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, let's just have a look where we're going next. Train delivery. I think we'll do a few of the tasks first. Maybe this guy. Oh. How do you do a pure Oh, that's going to be an interesting one to figure out. Pure crystal. I didn't think that would be possible because you need to have something. Is it? Okay, another day, another day. There is some mysteries to crystals, and I'm not sure why the output seems to be quite poor. Anyway, something I can try next time. Get a couple more tasks down. But what I'd really like to do is be able to get a train delivery. But that'll be a little bit later on. Anyways, this is Jared playing Shapes 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully, see you another time.